every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
In 1995, one of the recurring cartoon segments for Animaniacs, Pinky and the Brain, a short about two genetically enhanced lab mice, with schemes to take over the world which always end in failure, became its own TV series due to its high popularity. Brain being the genius mouse with the giant head who usually comes up with the plans, and Pinky was his lovable, half-witted assistant. Pinky and the Brain ran for 4 seasons, ending in 1998 with 63 episodes. A couple episodes back on Furry Girl Profiles episode 68, we took a look at Pinky and the Brain's Russian lab mouse, Mousy Galore. There was, however, yet another female mouse that did not originate in the spin-off that went by the name of Billie. She was voiced by none other than Tress MacNellie, a regular voice for many of the Warner Brother females during the 90s. As a supporting character, Billie only made 3 on and off appearances. 2 more appearances than Mousy Galore, and yet probably still not as well known. Billie debuted on the Animaniacs in 1993, during episode 44 in The World Can Wait. Of course, the one time Pinky can remember their usual take over the world tomorrow night ritual, Brain declines.
The world can wait.
If there's one thing that can make a guy put his plans for world domination down, it's love.
Her name is Billie. She is of simple folk, fair and true.
You mean she's stupid?
A bit.
Brain met Billie earlier on off screen in The Maze. She was a cute blue-eyed mouse very identical in design to Pinky.
We met today in the maze.
Oh yeah, I remember you, Egghead.
Not only did she look similar to Pinky, she was also ditzy, a scatterbrain just like him. And Brain was too much of a stiff to hold her attention, which is why she identified with the wrong mouse.
Yeah, like a big metal donut. Yeah, say, who's your friend, Egghead? He's funny.
A dimwit unknowingly making another dimwit fall in love with him was causing problems in Brain's love life.
I like him.
When Brain's plan to woo Billie took an unforeseen drawback, it was back to the drawing board. He soon returns to her cage, but this time he has Pinky feed him pickup lines that he would use.
Please, call me Eggy. Narf.
Why don't you come on up here? I like you.
Oh.
Brain's plan was successful, but before he could go up to Billie's cage, one of the lab workers comes in at the last minute to retrieve her, where she is soon subjected to a gene splicing shock. After checking up on Billie, they soon find out that the shock treatment gave her even higher intelligence than Brain.
What's the solution to Carpolium's black hole equation?
The square root of 16,922?
Even though his heart didn't change for Billie, her higher intelligence threatened him enough to go form a plan to take over the world.
If I don't, she may beat us to it.
And thus, Billie became a romantic rival, or at least that's how it appeared before her 4-year absence. In Pinky and the Brain's 1997 Brainord, a film spoof on 1940s Los Angeles, this time for Brain's world domination scheme, he came up with a water machine he called the Fedora-matic, which ended up looking a lot like a water amusement park. The joke was, in that time period, everyone wore a hat. The machine was meant to create a steam powerful enough to shrink them tightly onto everyone's head.
There are no people who don't wear hats. It's 1946. Everyone wears hats, all the time.
Before Brain is able to go off and get the water rights from the city council, his ex-girlfriend of the story, Billie, walks back into his life. Which again is also befitting for a character that was absent for 4 years. She's still called Brain Egghead, and she was still pretty goofy. Prior to the story, Brain put world domination over their relationship, so Billie left him for his rival Snowball. Regardless of past ill will, Billie came back into his life seeking help and Brain did not want to help her. Upset for Brain rejecting her cries for help, she runs out of the cage, and directly into the arms of Trouble, where she is kidnapped. And the hamster responsible for her kidnapping was none other than Snowball.
Well, I'll give my regards to Billie for you. Toodaloo, old chump.
When Brain and Pinky go to rescue Billie, they also discover a replica of the Fedora-matic, leading to the assumption that Snowball also wanted to take over the world. That's when we soon see a mysterious figure that looked like Snowball activate the machine. Though what seemed like an ambush for both ended up being an ambush for one. And apparently it was just for Brain. The situation pretty soon got even worse. Not only could they not find and discover Billie, but Snowball managed to also win the water rights from the city council. By that point, if we followed the story the way it looked, the hamster was trampling all over them for most of the story. That is, if you brought into the illusion that he was in 2 places at once. When we saw the mystery figure again, it turned out to be none other than Billie. And as the mastermind of the whole operation, she was two-timing both her lousy exes. She was only using Snowball for the water rights, and she wanted Brain out of the way so she can be closer to her one true love, which was Pinky. The icing on the cake was, she had Brain's Fedora-matic built entirely to impress Pinky. She even went as far as to tell him that he no longer had to listen to Brain before having him flushed. Despite Billie's best effort to get Pinky all to herself, she could not buy his loyalty from Brain. She even somehow managed to spook him.
You wanna take over my world, big boy? He was some kind of a mouse.
27 episodes later into season 3, we arrived at 1998's You'll Never Eat Food Pellets in This Town Again, where the cast of Pinky and the Brain broke out of character. In what ended up being Billie's last appearance, we find out her real name wasn't even Billie. Her real name was Sheila. It was also unveiled to us that Sheila married Brain to advance her career. Not only did she hate the character of Billie, but there was also a rift in their marriage because she wasn't getting any roles.
I've only done 3 episodes, and I always have to play that whining Billy character.
And things never improved. In fact, they only got worse. In a marriage that's based on money and fame, love cannot meet expectations, and Brain was learning that the hard way. So when he and Pinky finally hit rock bottom on their last gig, he thought he could motivate himself into a better direction.
Sheila and I could sell everything. We could start over, be happy, fall in love again. Yes! I'm going home to tell her right now.
And stay out, you bum!
Is it safe to say that's a divorce? Yep, that was definitely a divorce, along with her taking the entire house. This has been Furry Girl Profiles-Billie. If you liked today's video, please leave a like, comment, and of course, subscribe for future videos. My name is Jawbreaker and I thank you for watching Playfur Cinema.